Okay folks, now we've seen a bit of footage of the Claytons heavy rescue recovery unit and got the whole bags underneath. That's a pretty complex situation. We're here with Wayne Tute. How are you, mate?
Good, thanks, Mick. Nice to meet you, mate.
Thanks for joining us here at OZTRUCKINTV.
Yeah, no worries.
The footage shows that you've got bags with a compressor running air to roll that vehicle back up on there. That must be a pretty complex job for you to sort of get in underneath and...
Yes, it is. When it's on the side of the, obviously laying on the side, it's a little bit of time consuming to put the bags in there and start it all. But the concept of it is obviously to upright it without, you know, further damage and pans and trucks and so forth.
Obviously, that would be a lot safer for your men as well. Once you get them bags in place, you don't have to have people too close.
It is, and it's time consuming a little bit. But you know, like, at the end of the day, like we sort of professional company, and we try to do the right thing as a professional company, and instead of sticking the old days sticking a chain through the middle of it and go. So technology, you could say, in our part of the world, is this is the future, you know.
So like getting it right the first time as well.
Exactly right.
There's no room for mistakes, even though it's already happened. The vehicle's had an accident. You don't want to get it wrong.
No, and not only that, you know, like in this situation here, if it's in the middle of the road, it's quite hard because you've got traffic delays and all that sort of stuff. But if it's off the side of the road, as much as there's a bit of time to do it, the police are not happy with, you know, keeping the road open and so forth, until we come to a point where we've got to upright it. So, you know, like our setup time could be a couple of hours before we actually get to do that part of it anyway.
Right. So, okay, Clayton's towing is your baby, and heavy towing and recovery. How long have you been doing this one?
I've been doing this all my life, so since I grew up in doing this, so I was 17. My father was a tow truck operator, and I've been with Claytons now for 6 years, and I manage the heavy side of things.
Okay,
so, so, but you know, it's you never stop learning.
So it's in your blood, mate.
Oh yeah, it is. Yeah, it's great.
So here we are. We're sitting out the front of this pretty flash unit here, mate.
Yep.
Tell us a bit about the unit here.
Well, the unit's it's American concept. It's a response trailer. So, and we use the concept of a few ways. One, for ourselves, it's like a mobile home, which I'll take us inside and have a look. And the mobile home part of that is it's got a 3-man bunk in it, it's got a kitchen, it's got a toilet, it's got a shower. Not only that, when you're in the middle of nowhere, and you've got a lot of people, police authorities, SES, ladies too, you know what I mean? We've provided a service where they could use a toilet. You know, it's all right for us, we can go in the bush, you know what I mean? But a lady can't, you know.
Right.
So there's a toilet on board as well. You know, a hot day like this today, you know, like you can refresh it by have a shower and, you know, drive home comfortably after a long day. The middle part of it is a storage facilities, which years of going to truck rollovers, you gather a lot of information that you may need, you know what I mean? A chainsaw, because there might be a tree hanging on the thing, well, we can cut that down. We've got, you know, booms, as in if it's laying in a creek, we can contain leaks. I've been down to Canberra recently and done a course on recovery course, a management course. You know, and Clayton's are very supportive of what we do, whether it been coming to a truck show like today or going to a course, so their outlays quite big in this industry. So it's their industry.
Exactly, and look, I mean, so basically with this unit, you guys got the whole package.
We have, you know, and as I said, we're very fortunate that Clayton sort of supply this for us. And again, we could live here for a week if we had to. Like, it's got 2,000 litre fresh water in the middle of it, so we can drink, shower, eat often. And to our right here, if you want a cup of coffee, mate, we can make one now. So that's
so you got all the facilities there.
Yeah, exactly right.
You got a barbecue there too.
There's our cooking facility here as well, which we've just finished a barbecue for lunch.
Like you say, if you're on the side of the road or you're out of the side,
and the concept is that because, you know, look, it's not a one-man job no more to do a rollover. We could at time have half a dozen staff there. And you know, I operate and run the trailer as well. So like on the way, I might pull up at a 7-Eleven or something, you know, or Woolies, and you can grab, you know, a couple of dozen rolls and some snags or whatever, and feed the boys. You know, and we've got a big esky on the front of there now where we put a bunch of water in and like a Gatorade type of drink.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So on a hot day again, you know, everyone gets a good drink and keep fluids up and all.
Excellent. Yeah, well, hey, thumbs up for Claytons for,
Yeah, very good.
for the system they got here, the unit.
Yep.
And
And the back section carries the posi track here. The posi track's got 4 attachments. And attachments is a 4-in-1 bucket, a spreader bar, a winch bucket, a sweeper to sweep the roads, and also a set of forks.
okay, so again, it is the whole package. Like you guys can look after it from start to finish of the recovery
100%.
without having to call anybody else in.
No. It depends on our distance from work, but
Obviously.
the only thing we'll sub in is tip truck.
Yep. That's great. Well, how about taking us for a bit of a squeeze inside there,
Come for a
one?
look. So this is these two are like a pantry. So this side's a all your toiletry stuff.
Yep.
So spare uniforms in there. So if one of the blokes forget his uniform,
Yep.
there's a spare uniform, towel, soaps, hair, shampoo, right down to shavers and everything like that. So they can have a shower in comfort. And
Excellent.
all that. And on your right side, there's our long life food pantry. There you go.
Oh, there we go.
So you got all your food covered in there. You got a fridge underneath. And it's basically all the comforts of home, air conditioned. It's also all set up for the internet, so if, in a sense, if we had a cyclone for home, we can run our depot through the trailer. So all this is pre-programmed for Claytons.
Okay.
So with all their tracking devices and everything we've got in the truck, all the trucks are tracked.
Okay.
So, you know, and that's not the spine on, that's a case of, you know, like we can, if someone rings up for a job, we can divert someone,
Yep.
if there's someone quick there, or we can give them a time delay, or different type of parts. So that's all in the lock to our depot, and I can run our depot from here if I had to. So it all
Excellent.
just goes in along there. We do a lot of work with the Queensland Fire Brigade. You can see the plaques they've given us. There's another one of
yep,
appreciation on the wall, which now that we have the semi-trailer here, we do a lot of training with them for their purpose, you know what I mean? So for, yeah, and just recently we've had some, that semi was Gympie, Maryborough, Bundaberg, and the training crews used a lot of that for training if a case of semi-trailer fell on a car and we had cars underneath it and all sorts of stuff for them, and we sort of provided that.
So it's you know, people working together.
Exactly right.
Yep.
So, and as I said, like the trailer is on the purpose not only for ourselves, but for the community. And as I said, we got unfortunate when the Bundaberg floods went through. They asked us to come up there, and we helped out with a lot of different things.
Yep.
If we could clear a road with the posse, and so we done that recently when unfortunately the floods went through Bundy. So we were up there for nearly a week with that, helping out. You know, so like a lot of our work's not just chargeable stuff too, but it's you know, community work. And the today type events, you know what I mean? We enjoy coming and giving our time and showing people what happens out on the road, where we can bring that to here, and you know,
So
a lot of folks don't actually see that. They may see it on the news and all that, but we actually do this as a full-time. I organise the shows that come out to it, and yeah, so you look, the people that, you love coming out and help the people because they do a good job, you know, and whether that's raising money for kids, or in this case, that you know, they work in with NTI, which we're an NTI contractor,
yep.
And what they support is a good cause, you know what I mean? As I said, if just that, you know, comfort of someone lending a hand, if there was a major event with yourself or myself, and I'm sure I'd like my family to be comforted by someone that, you know, would come over and do that.
Exactly.
You know, and I take my hat off to Gordon and Kay and all that for run. So, you know, to give up in time and come is really a pleasure for us. Yep. Because, you know, it's hell of course.
Takes a lot to put an event like this together.
Very much true, you know,
and people donate their time. So to those people and any of the people that run any of those sort of organisations, raising money around the countryside,
very true.
And the guys we're here to see today, remember they're given their time.
Yep.
And they're not charging anybody for it. So.
And the community in trucks, you know, you drive a truck yourself, you know, and you tap on. We hear a lot of bad about truckies, but there is a lot of good, you know, and there's a lot of blokes that does give up their time and do different things.
Yep.
And that's a great thing too, you know. So like, it's not all bad, you know. It's a lot of good involved as well.
Exactly right. So
now that's a 3-man bunk upstairs as well there, and that's why the ladders go up there for you. That's all got a personal light up there for himself if they want to read something or they want to look at themselves or whatever. she could have a shower in comfort. I better take that. Now if we go to a big incident, Mick, and that being with the fires or police, we've got an incident board here.
Okay.
So like whiteboard, so we can draw what we want to do. So that's the concept of having the board there. So if it's a tanker or something that's chemical truck or something like that.
So anybody who's involved can look at come up here and look at what you guys have got planned.
100%. So then we can all sit down together and say, right, this is what we're going to do. This is how we're going to do it, and we'll draw a board. There's a toilet and sink there.
Excellent.
As I said before. This is our storage facility area. So the storage facility consists of a lot of different things. So you can see it's got like drop saws, chainsaws, blowers, pumps if we have to pump water main out. We've got fuel pumps in here. We've got soaker mats, and there's all the stuff we can put in a creek and contain.
Okay.
Boom. There's the booms there. Right down to shrink wrap. When you got to restack a truck and you got to shrink wrap it all the pallets and all that sort of stuff. We've even got all the tools for a with heavy motor or something like that, where you can. That's all up here as well. We've got in here is all our battery operated stuff. So your grinder, drills, walkie-talkies, different types of stuff you need at that point. There's tool kits in there, hot water service behind there, feeds all the rest of it.
Okay.
And down to many things like there's ear muffs, there's disposable overalls, there's straps, vests. If someone comes along and they need a vest because it's a work site, there's a vest there. Waste bags. The drums up the top up here, they're what the fire brigade use when there's a mixture of oil and diesel. Yeah. So we can clean the road ourselves with that as well.
Oh right, okay.
And behind that is we can reseed. We've even got reseed. So if we do a big area, we can get the seeds out and reseed their grass for them and just water it back in. So
really is the whole package.
Yeah, it is. And as I say again, like over time you work out what you need, you know. So even down to rubber gloves, which are all in here, flags as you've seen all around buried off. So we can barricade a lot of things. We can do that. It's got modern cons too. This is the aerial for the TV. We can watch TV at night time if you want to. So that just winds up like a normal motorhome, and the booster pack's behind your head. And this is Bill and Mike Clayton, the owners of Claytons.
Right.
So this is a
like a history board. History
board of when he very first started, which is here. Was his first tow truck, and that's Mike and Bill 40 years ago, and here they are today. So it goes around the full circle from old right around to modern. And of course there's young Mike, and he's the basically Mike is the operations manager now. Bill's still there, he loves it too, he won't ever move there. So yeah, so it's just them two and they run it. And they started, 44 years ago, I think it is now, with one truck, and today we're somewhere up around the 80 truck mark. So yeah, so that's a consistent of floats and heavy tow trucks and tool trays and a lot of stuff. There's some stuff here on, I'll show you outside on the TV, which we run a video of different things. And if you like, we'll go in the back and I'll show you what's in the back.
Righto.
You can come down this way. So obviously this is where the posi track comes into. And we've got a lot of heavy chains. These are harnesses to go down the side of the cliff if we need harnesses to rope down. Yep. Just a lot of slings, extra chains if we need them. This is a boat, little dinghy, blow up dinghy. So if we've got to row out to your lake or a creek or something like that to put some chains out, we can use a little dinghy to row out. The container here is basically here all the time, so if we go to a truck rollover where it's leaking a tank of diesel, that's a 1,000 litre tank there, we can pump that into that and store it for the owner. So we can hold that, so that way we save the diesel leak. That's a sweeper broom. There's a bucket that goes underneath here, which is all outside, I'll show you in a minute. These are a number of slings that we use on upright in the trucks.
Okay,
This has got an inbuilt generator in here, in the floor of it. An inbuilt generator in the floor, and there's one on the prime move I'll show you. So we've got two generators that run it. Again, if you're in the middle of nowhere and you haven't got power, whereas here we're fortunate enough to have power. So once we put the pack back up, the forks live in the hole slots there. One of the crates come back in because it carries the catch bags. Oh, yep. So they all live up there and we repack it all up. There's a ladder that goes across the top.
And it all fits in just neatly,
Oh, yeah, it's an all good fit. So we just strap everything back in and away we go. Come down, we'll have a look around the side of it and I'll show you some other stuff. You right, mate?
Yeah.
So there's the forks off it. So they're all attachable quite easy in a bucket and a spreader bar. We made our own lighting system up so we're in the middle of nowhere, and as much as you enjoy, you know, get appreciation from the SES and people like that, but they've got to go home because it's a voluntary service, you know.
Yep.
So we made our own lighting system up, as you can see at the back here, and it lights up quite a big area for us.
So you, again, that whole self-sufficient thing, when you're sort of stuck on site.
Exactly right. So we can do that. The back box there is the batteries too, so if we have to use batteries, if we haven't got a generator or we don't want to wake up the neighbours or someone, we can run on batteries, so it's got a couple of big battery boxes in there. Same size as the truck. And the middle one here is, this is where the airbags live and all in this area here. So it's all self-built, the frame, and that just slides back in with the forks off the posse. And as I said here before, we've got some fuel jugs and all that for the machines and everything that goes in there.
You guys, you know, this is obviously something that takes, like you say, you build up over the time, and this has been a long time working to get to the full unit. I mean, the idea was obviously there. Exactly. The trailer was in 2-year build, so it took us 2 years to get to where it is today. And right now we're just bordering on, this is the second year it's been on the road. So, you know, so, you know, like from the time we got the trailer, so to speak, and started building it was 2 years, and this is our second year in service of it all now, and you know, been around a few places, and we've done quite a few shows and a lot of other things. The prime mover obviously come a little bit later, which is all especially designed for just to take the trailer only. Okay. And as I say, we travel around the country a little bit and showing people. I'll show you the prime mover's also got a generator on board, and the generator's off the side of it again. And we can also just generate straight from here into the trailer. Okay. So you can run 2 generators. So that's all purposely built at Claytons, and just fuel it up at the top. So she's all ready to go in there. So yeah, she runs off 2 generators if we need to. You guys could be out of town for a long time. Well, it is, you know, and as I say, like, that's the case. That's, you know, if we're out doing it, we're either helping someone or we've got something we're doing, you know. So, and again, like, that's the nature of the beast, in a sense. All right, Wayne. Well, look, thanks very much for sharing Clayton's Heavy Vehicle Recovery Centre with us. Yeah, for sure. And you guys are obviously doing a great job out there with a unit like this, and I'm pretty sure that when you guys get out there, whoever's in strife and they see you guys turn up, after looking at what sort of unit you got here, they're probably sitting there thinking, well, gee, thank God these guys are on the job. Yeah, well, that's appreciative too, to have those sort of words, because, you know, it is a lot of time and effort goes in it, and a lot of money, you know. So, but, you know, like, look, I'm fortunate enough to work for a good company like Clayton's that, you know, provide this sort of service for us, and not only for us, for the community, or, you know, authorities, or, you know, and it's a pleasure to sort of walk through and show people what we do, and have a look at our trailer, you know. Getting an understanding of what you do as well. Well, mate, thank you very, very much for talking to us here at OZTRUCKINTV. So rig is getting tired as the miles pass us by, but I bet we'll be together till I die. It's a long, hard road when you're doing it alone. There's a lifetime of good memories that I can call my own. They stop in and seen it, all the gut trails in between. What made me the man I am today? Working this country's roads to make my pay.
taking a break at a roadhouse out of Sydney. It's 3 a.m., my eyes are hanging low. I order coffee, take a seat as I flip through a magazine. I'd hit a caffeine and I'll be good to go. Then the friendly owner strikes up conversation. Son, why'd you choose to live this life? Have you ever wanted change to the way your story's told? Step out of that truck and break your daddy's mold. And I said I could tell you stories and swear that all been true. Seen red skies over Alice as the storm began to brew. Mister, it ain't easy. Hard nights, I've had a few. There's nothing else in this world I'd rather do. It's a long, hard road when you're doing it alone. There's a lifetime of good memories that I can call my own. Place I've been and seen and all the good friends in between. What made me the man my daddy said was the kind of man this country needs today. Lord knows I've done a lot of miles. There's a few more to go yet. It's a long, hard road when you're doing it alone. There's a lifetime of good memories that I call my own. Place I've been and seen and all the good friends in between. What made me the man my daddy'd say was the kind of man this country needs today. The only home I've ever known. And I can feel the next stretch of blacktop calling me.